service. It's better to split this service to other service because they are all small files. So they are actually using a random writing. Yeah. So it might cause some heavy I/O in your volume. So maybe it's a waste. It's best to have all the service divided.
And one more now.
Yeah.
Well, basically, we would suggest to put Mail Plus and Calendar in the same as. Yeah, because like Calendar is a lightweight package compared to Mail Plus. Yeah, and there are some like integration features we can use to package.
So because I'm talking about, if let's say a small client office which has only about 20 staff.
Okay.
Right, running on file services inside on the single DS maybe 200 plus or 200, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then you set up as a mail server as part of the easy method.
Or you can say that just check how many like file server users they have.
And daily mail delivery.
Yeah, actually you can calculate the number. I mean, like just see them as the mail server users.
Oh, actually, another point is that you can, if they're using a very small or a relatively larger unit, like let's say like
15.
yeah, exactly. So we can use another volume as mail server use and a volume for file system use. The share folder will be also accessible, but however, the loading will split into different volume. Yeah, that would be a lot better.
Yeah, because the minimum mail support for let's say 20 plus is 50. So if let's say the mail volume is not huge, and the file access for the file sharing purposes is also not that great, is that going to be a compromise in terms of the performance level, or are we talking about mail latency and such? Whether the polling is in action, because they will be polling the mails on and off on a certain interval.
Yeah, we also have customers who use Mail Plus and file server in the same NAS.
Right.
It's no problem.
What's the volume? What's the volume? What's the users, number of users that they combine this?
Yeah, I want to elaborate this part.
Or optional side?
Yeah, because I know 20 plus is 50, and a bigger model would have something like 1,500, 1,800.
So in our license page, okay. So here you can see the maximum users of every model. And I think the simple way to calculate which model you should use is just to put the file server user number and the Mail Plus server user number together.
As one figure.
Yeah.
So if let's say we're talking about 20 users, it's still fine.
Yeah. It's like 20 users will use file server and another 20 users will also use mail server, just add it up, and the total is 40. So just find a model that can support 40 users. I think that would be fine. Because like the loading of file server is actually a lot lower than the loading of mail server.
So does it increase the internal memory would help?
Yeah, all those numbers are conducted with the maximum RAM.
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially when using BTRFS. Especially.
Yeah. So that's the best practice.
All right. Let's check this.
Normal shape. Then you install the plus on.
No, you can't. You can't. If you have a Synology high availability cluster, the union will not be allowed to install the cluster. Yeah, that's the limit at the moment. We're considered to have network support in Synology high availability cluster in the future. We will have to do some more tests of it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So during the setup session, you have to be aware of something that 2 units must be in the same subnet, and also you have to input a static IP address in DSM instead of your DHCP server. Okay. Now the other part is that you cannot enable 2 steps authentication in any of these units during the setup session, and also you have to be aware of auto block and firewall and see if all these things have blocking out units. Okay, this is very essential, and also we have encountered a partner that was helping user to establish a Mailbox cluster. And he was like, oh, every single thing I've checked, but it's still not using. I was like, oh, have you checked if the Mailbox server is installed here on the other side? And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so that's one more thing you have to check. 2 units must have Mailbox server installed, okay? Now, okay, let's get to the last part of the first session. So that's migrate mail data from other mail system. So what we do is that we use offline IMAP module to help us to copy mail data from the other side. Which is that Mailbox server will target a IMAP server you have input and try to log in with the account credential you have and you provide it. Then you will start to list every single mailbox this user have and every single mail in every mailbox. Okay, by knowing all this information, Mailbox will start to copy each mail, including the mailbox, to Mailbox server. Please note that it's copy, it's not cutting the mail to Mailbox server. So if it fails, the mail still remains on your old server. So please don't worry about this. Okay. Now, based on all this project experience we have established a basic flow for migration. First of all, collect credential. What do you mean by collect credential? Is like you have to create a file, a CSV file that contains 3 things. First of all, account, for example, block, which is what you use on the IMAP server, and then password for the IMAP server. Let's say 33123. Okay, then the final part, the DSM account or domain account you wish to put all the mail into it. So which is run again, and normally we will Normally, we would ask user to fill in a CSV file, but unfortunately, no one wished to do so. The reason is obvious: is that let's put it this way: do you wish to have your password publicly visible to others? No, right? Exactly. No one wished to do so because people usually use the password they have used in other account system. They'll be afraid that what if they log in my my Gmail? What if they log in my Yahoo? So I'm not gonna do this. No, fuck you. Yeah. So what we do is that sorry. Jesus.
Why don't you put a $5 on the table instead of doing this way?
Okay. What we do is that our developer have developed a tool called Migration Helper. Migration Helper is installed in DSM independent, so it's not actually released in Package Center. Okay, so as a admin, you'll see pages like this. You'll have 4 tabs, including account list, server tab, and account information. For the regular user, they will only have account information. Right? So as an admin, first of all, you have to specify which IMAP server all this mail is located.
Only IMAP?
Yeah, only IMAP.
So that means like, so any mails in the market, whether it's gonna be cPanel, Yahoo, Google and stuff like that, it's all supported.
Yep.
So as long as it's the IMAP address, we can make free.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's say I put in mailplus.synology.com as my IMAP server location. Then you can input some of those tags. For example, if you are encountering like large size company, for example, they have like 5, 6, or thousands of users. Yeah, it's basically good to classify all these users into small groups so that you can know how many users have input their password. For example, you can do it by inputting some department names like finance, IT, logistics, or marketing. Yeah. Then for any so after doing all these things, you can then tell all these users to log in DSM to put in what's the account name in your IMAP server, then what's the password in your IMAP server, and please select which department you're in. Yeah, by doing so, you'll know how many people in this department has input all these input their credential. And the final step will be like, okay, so I now know that Rock has already input his credential. So I click on this to select this user and to create a task called like IT. Yeah. Okay. Then we go back to MailPlus server and see the mail migration tab.